Hey everyone, it's Michael Carter here, and I've written this article on vegan gains, lessons I've learned, and there's going to be a link down below this video as well. So Vegan Gains, he's the new generation of YouTubers, and I've been keeping an eye on this kid. He's not really a kid, he's an adult, he's 24 years old, Richard, aka Vegan Gains. So I've been watching on YouTube for a while, and for anyone who's seen any of his videos, it's clear this guy, he's the type that attracts as many haters as he does followers. And whether you love this guy or hate him, there's no denying that he is damn good at what he does. So good, in fact, that he is single-handedly taking down the massive bodybuilding community, which lives and endlessly promotes their products and brands through YouTube web servers. Now, how is this possible, you say? Well, Vegan Gains exposes every lie and false reality that exists within the fitness industry. And I'm talking about heavy hitters with massive numbers, views, and subscribers, which populate and dominate the opinions of the majority of people in the health and fitness world. So these include people such as Mike Chang, Chris Jones, Mark Lobliner, Jillian Michaels, Dr. Oz, Kai Green, Mike Rashid, and even the Doctors. Yeah, in case you're unfamiliar with the Doctors, it's a show on TV which Mr. Gaines describes as a bunch of marketing experts telling us lies and BS. So if you're thinking about giving people, false health and fitness advice on YouTube, you better get ready to make a guest appearance on a segment of his channel called The Worst of the Fitness Industry. Let me cut to the chase here. Vegan Gains, he's not only good, but he's really one smart cookie. And he also does his due diligence, meaning he leaves no stone unturned. And the reason he's taking over and destroying all these other channels, companies, and experts online is because he cleverly uses a set of strategies to grab people's attention, and then he backs up his arguments with rock-solid, undeniable scientific evidence. And it's this overpowering evidence that, not even the 500-pound bench pressing kings of the fitness world are strong enough to defeat. In fact, most of them are, they're sitting there scratching their heads, wondering what the hell hit them. Vegan Gains quite simply knows his stuff and is superior when it comes to presenting the truth about health and fitness. So the good news is that, this is how it should be. As the internet advances, the bar must continue to get higher and higher. Internet evolution requires the best information to be presented, while those who are best at presenting it naturally will start rising to the top. Now, enough has been said about Vegan Gains and the hard work behind his success. Now let's take a look at the strategies that he uses to basically brute force his message to the front of the queue in a jungle of internet information overload. And as in any marketing campaign, you have the greatest message in the world, but if nobody hears it or pays attention, then your voice will never be heard. Okay, so let's have a look here. Vegan Gains marketing strategies to learn from. So number one, belief in the cause. Okay, I listed this first because it is the most important. Mr. Gains is beyond passionate about veganism. He believes in it with every fiber of his being. And no doubt, he wants every single person on the planet to become vegan. He knows that it would not only benefit them, but also our animals, the environment, and the future of human civilization. So it is this unwavering belief which enables him to step outside the boundaries which confine even the best marketers online. Now, I'm not saying that he specializes in marketing online, but he does have a message, and it is certainly being heard at a volume which most marketers would die for. However, it seems that the only thing that Vegan Gains would die for is the message and cause that he stands for. Now, number two, he's not afraid to offend people. Now, no matter what you do online, you're going to always have haters, people who disagree with you, people who are just plain offended by something you say. So Vegan Gains overcomes this by clearly defining his position on any topic right from the beginning. This removes all confusion, allowing him to confidently speak his mind. Now, whether he's presenting factual evidence or stating his personal opinion, it's difficult to tell. This because he does not waver in what he says. He is blunt and straight to the point, enabling him to win the respect of even his haters. They're gluttons for punishment, and they will return. He's that good. So number three, unapologetically funny. Vegan has his own style of humor, which makes all of his videos really unique to him. Some call it, they're crass or tasteless, but again, He's not there to keep you happy and bored. He wants to jolt you and sway your senses in another direction by displaying what he considers as, maybe slightly weird. This is what makes him funny. He may go off in an over-the-top aggressive rant and then finish with a sip of water, showing his guns, basically. Clearly, if you're offended, you might fall into his trap. It might be time to lighten up a little bit and see the funny side of even the most serious and controversial topics. So I'm just saying, Vegan Gains, he's got you along for his ride. So number 4, utilizing the community. A majority of vegans are far more calm or subdued. And I'm talking about people who would not, usually associate with someone adopting his aggressive standpoint. However, he's still one of them, and he reciprocates. So he's always spreading the word of fellow vegans and sharing content he agrees with to support his point of view. And he engages his followers and maintains his authority as not only a content creator, but a content curator. His followers will always respect this, and it's a sign of his true purpose, which really is to spread the good word of veganism. So number 5, niche specific with room for expansion. The vegan niche is quite a small niche when you really think about it. However, Vegan Gains has turned it into something that affects everyone. His strong views on the torturing of animals and environmental energy consumption are what everybody can relate to. And it's hard to fault this guy when on the basis of what he's saying is right. Why are animals tortured? Why do we eat meat when the evidence continues to stack in favor of related health problems and diseases? Why do we consume animal products when there are plenty of environmentally friendly, safer, and better options available to us? So short of becoming a vegan myself, all credit and respect must be given. Vegan Gains is a master at grabbing people's attention, emotionally moving them in a different direction prior to the moment. And then he clearly is imprinting his position and stance. This gives him the best chance of swaying his viewers to conform to his opinions, if not now, then sometime in the future. His message is backed by a steadfast belief that veganism is the correct choice for anyone listening to what he has to say. So, one thing's for sure, he will not be forgotten easily. You may even consider shifting to become a vegan in the process, provided you are not one already. So as a marketer, business owner, or service provider, you can implement similar strategies in your own success while fine-tuning the ones that work best for you. Stand out from the crowd and commit to completely endorsing whatever you have to offer the world. This will assist you in reaching as many people as possible while helping them at the same time. So down here, there's also a video here that you can watch. And that's pretty much it. That's my article. And as always, I really value your input, so please leave a comment below the video. And hey, check out the gun show. How does he do that anyway? I don't get it. Anyways, I'm off to the gym.